What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Funkopreneur, the channel where we put the fun back in Funko by focusing on the fun and forgetting about the flipping, because I don't need to sell toys to make money. Today's video is going to be extra special because it's the second time I've shot it now. So let's jump into it. Alright, today we are looking at the haul, as the kids probably don't call it, but that's what I see in all the Funko Facebook groups and things like that, from October 15th, 2022. So let's see what we got. It's a little bit smaller than usual, but there's some stuff I'm really excited about. So let me show you what we got. First up, we have Superman from Justice League. I've mentioned this before, I think. I'm a big Superman fan. For whatever reason, I don't like most of the pops they make for him because he has like this babyish face, which I guess kind of makes sense because he's like a typical baby face superhero if you're familiar with wrestling terminology. But this one looks okay. I kind of remember that scene from Justice League, so yeah. And it says it's a AAA anime exclusive. I never heard of that place, and it's not anime, so it doesn't make a ton of sense, but whatever. That's Superman. Next up, we have, I'm so happy with this one, but it's not even my favorite one of the week. We have Carnage. I've never seen this one before. I almost walked by it, which would have made me sad. Well, it wouldn't have made me sad because I wouldn't have known, but I almost didn't see it. But it looks really cool with the tongue sticking out, and it looks like some of the Venom symbiote in him. And, I was never a big Spider-Man fan when I was in comics as a teenager, but for whatever reason, they're my favorite pops, especially the Venomized series and the Carnage ones, and this one looks really cool, but it's not the last one of those we're going to see, so spoiler. Next up, we have Gingerbread Spider-Man, again continuing the Spider-Man theme. I got a Gingerbread Batman a few weeks ago, and I actually ended up thinking that was pretty cool, but some of them look kind of ridiculous, but this one looks pretty cool. He's got like the icing for his web shooter thing, and that's kind of cool. So I also, I don't like most of the Gingerbread, but the Iron Man one looks really cool. So with like the frosting as his like rockets or whatever they're called. So I'm gonna look for that one in the future. But this is Gingerbread Spider-Man. I'm pretty happy with that one. Next up we have, and this is our second art series, Darth Vader. But this is a Walmart exclusive art series, Darth Vader from Bespin. I don't really know how that's pronounced. I assume that has to do with one of the TV shows, which I haven't seen. But I don't know. That one looks really cool. He's got like this red and black like smoldering ash look to it, and I don't know, it just looks really neat. You can kind of see it there. So that's that one. Next up, we have probably my favorite one from this week, and that is Carnage. And I don't know what series this is from. It just says it's a Hot Topic exclusive. But man, that looks badass. It has what's his name, Cletus Cassidy, yeah, and then it's like morphing into Carnage, but it looks like he has some Venomized, like the Venom symbiote in there too, which I know they were kind of related, but man, I'm so happy with this one. I love like I said, the Venomized and the Carnage series, and I haven't found any in a couple of months. So I was really happy to find this one, and then another one in the same day, in the same place. And this one just looks cool as hell. So that's Carnage. Next up, we have, continuing the theme, we've got Octo Spidey, which is Spider-Man with the Dr. Octopus gear, I guess. It looks like it's a Walgreens exclusive. I got it at a collectible store. I don't know, it just looks cool, and for whatever reason, I'm getting a lot more of the Spider-Man series. So that's Octo Spidey, I guess is what they're calling it. Next up is another one I'm super stoked about, because one of my goals with this is to get every single Deadpool possible. And I know I could just order them online, but that's no fun. But right now I probably have about 30 or 35 Deadpool. I don't know exactly. And I am going to make a video showing you all of them. But this one is Lazy River Deadpool. The Deadpool ones are just so funny. That's why I like them so much. But I was really happy to get this one. I haven't gotten a Deadpool in several weeks either. And this one is really unique. It looks like it's a GameStop exclusive. I got it at a collectible store. But man, that just looks badass. Next up is, I'm not familiar with this character as I haven't seen the movie, but it's Roman Cionis, I guess is how that's pronounced. I only got it because it's a chase, a limited edition chase, for those of you that don't know what those are. And it was at the collectible store. Usually they have chases like in a special place because they're collectible stores and they like know what they're doing, but this was right in with the regular ones. I don't know if they overlooked it or they just didn't care. I haven't looked at the value because I don't care, but it's neat looking with the holographic background, and he's got the black suit on. I guess the original one, or the normal one, has like a white suit. But I don't know. That looks really cool. Plus, it's a chase for $13, so can't beat it. Next up, we have the one above all, Stan Lee. It's not really the one above all, but that's kind of my theory on the Stan Lee in the MCU. But it's from Thor Ragnarok with the like robotic hand, and I don't know, it just looks neat, right? Stan Lee, you know, rest in peace. But that's that one. That's Stan Lee from Thor Ragnarok. Next up, we have Pops with Purpose, Mr. Spock. I'm a massive Star Trek fan. For whatever reason, the Star Trek Pops just don't look that cool, and I really don't see many except for the original series. I would love to get like some DS9 or some TNG era ones, but all I ever really seem to see is original series. But this is Pops with Purpose. It goes to a good cause, plus, you know, Spock. So that's that. Next up, we have Harley Quinn. I guess from the movie, but it says Harley Quinn with belt. I guess she looks like a kind of a wrestler there. I actually thought it was Alexa Bliss at first, because if you watch wrestling and you remember in like 2016 when that movie was out, she did this Harley Quinn getup, and it was appealing. I'll just leave it at that. But that's Harley Quinn. It's a neat looking pop too. I'm not, like I said, I don't know those movies too well. I am gonna eventually watch them, but I don't know, it looks cool and it's a nice looking pop. And yeah, that's a some sort of exclusive. I can't really make out what it says. We got 2 left, and this one is the Wakanda Forever Black Panther. Now, that movie comes out in about a month. I'm very excited to see how they handle it, because as you probably know, the actor that played Black Panther in the Avengers movies and the first Black Panther movie, Chadwick Boseman, passed away from some type of cancer that he had that entire time, meaning that he was out there, making box office records while he was dealing with cancer treatment. So it's just a really admirable way that he dealt with that and kept it private and just put his head down and did the work when most of us will call that work when we're sick. So I wanted to get that as kind of a respect thing, but also it's just a neat looking pop. I love the gold lettering and the gold and black suit. So just a nice pop and a nice tribute or whatever, even though I think it's probably it's definitely going to be a different actor. I don't know how they're going to explain that, and that's one of the reasons I'm looking forward to the movie. And then we got one more. I guess this is this week's quote-unquote grail, and you might remember that I mentioned this last week, that I almost bought it, and I didn't, and I thought I might regret it. Well, I went back to GameStop this week, and they only had one left, so I kind of took that as a sign that I needed to grab that one, and that is Unicron from Transformers the movie. For those of you that don't know, that's the 1986 animated movie, not the live action ones with what's that kid's name? Is it Justin Long? Whatever his name, Shia LaBeouf. That's who it was, with Shia LaBeouf, and then later with Mark Wahlberg. It's not from that series. It's from the animated one from 1986, which is by miles my favorite movie of all time. That I've probably seen 300 times or so. Like, no exaggeration, and I think I've probably seen it more than anyone in the world, and I still watch it every year on my birthday, so I'm glad that this was still there, and I decided to get it. He was the bad guy from that movie, and that movie had the word shit in it too, which was big for a 1986 cartoon. So yeah, I'm glad I grabbed that one. I'm glad I didn't miss my chance on that. So that's a Unicron from Transformers the movie. So there you have it. That is the Funko Pop haul from October 15th, 2022. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're watching, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. Considering how new the channel is and relatively small, I'm getting a decent amount of views, but most are coming from non-subscribers, so I would love it if you would subscribe. I eventually want to do some videos showing you some of the other stuff I got, like from before when I started making these videos, and just some other things. So if I get some feedback, I'd love to do that. But I would really appreciate a subscribe. But if not, that's fine too. This is just a hobby for me and a way to relax and blow off some steam. So if there's anything you'd like to see, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you're enjoying your hobby. If it means a way for you to make some extra money, Lord knows I understand that and the need for that. But take the time to enjoy it too, whatever enjoyment means to you, because life's too short to not be doing things that you love. So this is Funkopreneur signing out. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next week. Peace.